Are two awesome musicians, great guys, still friends with them. They're out playing with other different musicians now. It's fun to keep up with them, seeing what all they're doing.
And so we will talk to Midland County Judge Terry Johnson. You got calls, comments, or whatever for Judge John? Well, calls and comments, I guess that would just about take care of it. MCUD became a certified utility district in 2013. Now, there was a story out, and I think we wanted, it could become a little confusing, so we can clear this up a little bit, Terry. I believe the Midland County District, MCUD, officially broke ground on its first ever water treatment plant, but that's not going to be the end-all and solve all the problems in the county.
No, it's not. When we started the jail project, one thing we had to have was water. The other thing we had to have was sewer. So we have made arrangements to lay a line from the jail location to the city sewer facility. We also did the same thing with our LEB, our new sheriff's department on County Road 120 and 715. We laid a 1 mile water line to the sewer, and city sewer, and we laid a water line, a sewer line and a water line. So we're doing everything so we can be self-sufficient. Now, MCUD. Last year, an opportunity came to lease up some water rights on a very large parcel of property. Endeavor had been pumping close to 20 million gallons a day out of there for their drilling operations. They were bought by a larger oil company, and those water rights became available. The new company didn't want to operate the way the other company had operated. And so MCUD, not Midland County, but MCUD stepped in and got those water rights. And so in doing that, we have put up $7.5 million last year to allow them to drill some wells, test wells, design a water treatment plant for the water that's going to be coming up to the surface, and to start a gathering system and everything it's going to take to run that water over to our jail. Now this year we budgeted $18 million, and that allows them to do all that running of pipelines and what they need to do. Also, it allows them to put in the treatment plant that it will take to facilitate cleaning this water up for potable use. And then our jail will have water. In the meantime, the school, Greenwood School, is building a new school about 2 miles away, is my understanding. But they've agreed and worked with MCUD. It's not us. They're working with MCUD. They will run their own pipeline, tie into that, and that will just about utilize the amount of water we are proposing to pump and to treat. Now, that's a start. That's a beginning. We've got a foothold. We've got a footprint out there. We would hope to one day expand that to be able to facilitate the rest of the community. So that's kind of where that is.
All right, Midland County Judge Terry Johnson on AM 1070 KWEL and FM 107.1. I think and I'm not saying anybody misled or anything, but I think when that story would have been read by people, they would think, why, okay, so this is going to solve all the problems, out of Greenwood and the county and everything, but essentially it will help fix the problem for the new jail and the Greenwood School. Correct,
and that's what it was intended to be all along. But it's also a start. It's okay. Here we are. We've got a footprint. We're entrenched. We're ready to go. I read the story, and I'm reading it, going, this really doesn't sound like what it is. We really we're facilitating what we need at the jail. The school came up. We designed the deal to accommodate a little bit more water, treat a little more water, and they can run their pipeline, and they can have water for the school.
All right, the big issue then is water, Greenwood, and that other facility out, or the other area out there, and the county. It's a big issue. Now, the MCUD bond obviously failed. We had people that have called in here, Terry, and mentioned that one guy called in and said, my sister lives out in that area, and just as mad as can be about no water. And he asked her, did you vote? Why, no, I didn't vote.
Very few people voted, which is a shame. A lot of folks are raising heck, but raise heck to get out there and vote. And if you need water, let's deal with it. I've been saying it here the last few days. This is a huge problem. This is a huge issue, and it's going to take a huge solution. And I'm not a very good politician because I don't say stuff to make you feel good. What I do is I tell you the truth, even if it hurts. And this is going to hurt. It's going to take a lot of money to fix this issue. And that's where we're at. We're trying to deal with it best we can. The county has gotten a start out there, and we've gotten MCUD up and running. They were an idle, dormant operation since they started. I've been accused of getting money, making money, taking money. The word came out they had generated $4 million in the length of time they had been in operation, and so I was accused of, did I use that money for my personal use? That money's still in the bank. Terry Johnson has nothing to do with it, can't get at it. Midland County has nothing to do with it, can't get at it. The hysterics that are going on, it's absolutely ludicrous. I'm going to use the word pigeon, carpetbaggers, and Pied Pipers. Folks, if you've got an issue, and it's a legitimate issue, if you will call my office and if you will intelligently tell me your issue, I can't digest the entire elephant. If you will give me a piece of that elephant that I can take a bite out of, I assure you we will deal with it. I have dealt with building a jail. You never saw me doing anything. I've dealt with building getting a new LEB. You never saw me do anything. I have dealt with so much that you've never seen me accomplish. But I am busy, busy, busy. I assure you, I have been dealing with this issue at Vander Ranch and the lack of water that Park Water can't facilitate for the customers out in the Greenwood area. I have dealt with it and dealt with it and dealt with it. It started about 2 years ago. I have dealt with it then. The stuff I'm looking at now are the same list, the same pictures, the same stuff that we dealt with 2 years ago. I think what has precipitated this hysteria that the pigeons and the carpetbaggers and the Pied Pipers are now jumping in on and breaking the news. This news was 2 years old. You're not breaking anything. You're just riding a wave.
Terry, let me stop you here for just a minute.
Okay. I was on a roll.
I know. But this just has to be addressed. Okay, so you have some people out there, and I can imagine who they are, calling or saying that you got a part of $4 billion under the table.
Yeah, bring it on. Bring it on.
Okay, so my comment to that is, where's the proof? Let's see the dadgum proof, and then present that proof. Yeah. It's your duty. If you have that piece of evidence, show that to the district attorney and let him take it forward.
Call the sheriff. He'll investigate in a heartbeat. David Kreiner, Sheriff Kreiner, I am imploring you right now to check me out and see if I've been stealing money from contractors of any project of Midland County.
That kind of stuff cannot be left. It has to be commented on when people make an allegation that you're taking money under the table to the tune of $4 million.
And they need called out. They get to go around saying what they say, and what they do tell me is, you're elected official, you have to stand there and take this. And I go, no, I really don't. No. And if you're going to open yourself up, if you're going to come gunning for me, I'm going to shoot back. I'm telling you, we're going to stop this nonsense somehow. There is an issue out there. There's been an issue out there. I get it. We're working on it. I promise you, we've been working on it, doing what we can do as a county government. I believe what precipitated this whole Vander Ranch deal, because they have their issues under control, and they have, and I've checked on it. I've checked with TCEQ. I've checked with our environmental unit. The issues have been dealt with. They were dealt with a long time ago. There's still complaints. Bring the pictures, bring the doctor's statements, bring whatever so we can deal with it. But what we're looking at has been dealt with. Now, I think what precipitated this is Park Water has come to the point they've run out of water, and they're having to turn their pumps off at 6 o'clock at night, and the water pressure's low. They have water available, but because they're selling it, TCEQ has to approve a lot of stuff. TCEQ said they're asking for emergency declarations so they can use these new water sources they have, and they have the pumps up and running, everything ready to go. But TCEQ said it's not an emergency because we drove around the area and people are watering their yards, they're washing their cars, they're doing this, they're doing that, so it's not an emergency. That's what's making all this Vander Ranch stuff come back. Vander Ranch is not a new issue. Vander Ranch is an old issue that's been put to bed. It really has. Everything I've looked at, we've been out there looking for the last 2 weeks. There's nothing on the ground. There's no exposed sewage. There is a affluent pond that's part of a sewer system. I don't know why Vander Ranch decided to do their own in-house sewer package. we chose not to do it. We chose to run a line to the city sewer and let them deal with it. Vander Ranch chose to deal with it themselves. I can't deal with that. It's a private enterprise. Number one, we can't get in the middle of private enterprise, and we can't subsidize a private enterprise.
All right, Judge. So Vander Ranch is okay?
Everything I'm finding out, it's okay. I do have a meeting next week with TCEQ, Tom Craddock, and oh, my mind went blank. Sparks. Kevin Sparks just got back into town yesterday morning. I was at an event yesterday where they were with the governor, and I've got set up to meet with them next week so we can talk about what is available. Terry Johnson, Midland County judge, can't go out there and do much. I really can't. I'm doing what I can behind the scenes. Trust me, I'm calling Austin. I'm dealing with Austin. Our environmental unit's dealing with it. If we find something that we can prosecute, I guarantee our brand new hard-nosed DA, he'll grab it like a bulldog and he'll get all of his teeth in it, and we will fix it.
20 after 9, welcome into the broadcast. If you would like to talk to Judge Terry Johnson, that number is 620-8700, and we will get you on the air. 620-8700 is the number to call. Now, the way we understand, there will be another bond. MCUD will come up with apparently another bond.
We're going to keep moving forward. And I say we, MCUD, I've been wanting water out in Greenwood. I started this process 6 years ago when I found out we had water in Winkler County that we could not access for the county. I found out that the city had a 36-inch water line built from there to here and was utilizing 20% of it. And in the oil field, a lot of folks share pipelines. It's just how business is done. And I assumed it was a no-brainer. We could do the same thing there. I found out, no, that's not going to happen. But with MCUD, we have found some other alternative ways to get that water to Midland, and they're working on that. Got a lot of concerns out there, people saying you're going to suck our water out from under us and turn around and sell it to us. I'm not going to do anything. MCUD's going to gather water from an area that folks don't have access to. We're going to add reserves as we can and bring water in from other areas, and we're going to deal with it. We're going to move forward. All the hysteria is not going to slow us down.
What happens if another bond comes and goes without passing?
Then we go back to the drawing board and we keep going. I've been at this for 6 years. I'll be at it as long as I'm still in this position to be able to do something with it. We'll keep working at it.
And you will run for re-election?
I will run for re-election. I know Bully Bull asked for my recall this morning, and I think that's ridiculous. That's a stupid comment. You're a joke. If that's how you think business ought to be done, I'm tired of you. You need called out. You're a joke. You ran for city council. You got less than 250 votes. Your opinion doesn't matter, sir.
All right. Well put. 9:21 now at KWEL 1070 and FM 107.1. Judge Terry Johnson. And water at Greenwood, water at Vander Ranch, water in the county. It's a continuing issue.
I can't believe we're trying to do something good, and look at all the hate, all the vitriol going on. We're trying to do something good, folks. If you don't want us doing anything good, I'll be glad to stop. I'm not going to, but I could stop and go on and work on a lot of other projects. My plate is loaded. I have to prioritize what I do give my attention to in this position. It's a very busy position. I love the position. I want to stay one more time. But anyway, that's...
All right, Judge, where'd all of this vitriol come from? There's such... There's a lot of noise out there from very few people, quite frankly, but where'd they come from?
It came from I think it came from the fact that Park Water was running out of water, and people all of a sudden were not having water when they got home from work. And that fired up the old stuff, I believe, from Vander Ranch. And so here come the pigeons, the carpetbaggers, and the anyway, they think they're doing something. I'm going to go back to the pigeon deal. They're just strutting around, knocking pieces off the table, and then walking off like they did something. They haven't accomplished a thing. These folks haven't accomplished a whole lot in their lives. This is their 15 minutes of fame. I'm really done with them. They need to go away, go find another life, leave me alone. Again, if you're going to come gunning for me, I'm going to shoot back.
Terry Johnson, Midland County Judge, on the radio with us. You want to talk to Judge Johnson? Our number is 432-2, text line 432-222-2500, or you may call 620-8700. Judge Johnson would love to talk to you. So a solution will happen for water.
It's going to happen. We're going to keep working at it. And I want to say, the folks out there that are affected by this, please know you have my empathy, my sympathy. You have everything about me that is good, trying to help you. And none of this frustration that you're hearing out of me now is directed at you. I want to help you. I was out there for 15 years with no water. I know what you're going through, believe it or not. I do understand, and I'm trying to help, and I've been trying to help for a long time, and I'll continue as long as I'm here. It's the handful, the 3 or 4 people who are trying to make something out of this that have no skin in the game. They came from nowhere, and they're leading y'all around by the nose. And if you knew their backgrounds, if you really want to know who you're following and who you're listening to and who you're letting lead you, look into their backgrounds. I think you'll be surprised. It's very colorful.
All right. Now then, Judge, it's just, if somebody is complaining all the time about this, that, and the other, a lot of them live in town, then what's their solution? I got to see that. What's their
His
solution?
wife told him to settle down.
Yeah, I was listening.
No.
I came on here to set the record straight. I came on here to look. Folks, if you need help out there, we're working on it. We're doing all that we can. If you're going to go out and start trouble, I'm here to tell you to stop it. Shut up.
Terry Johnson with us, and not afraid to mince words. And I feel the same way about these pigeons, if you want to know the dadgum truth.
Yes, that's...
Well, and one thing I also want to point out, the other day whenever you were on and you said, hey, I've reached out to, XYZ. If you have a better solution, I'm all for it. Don't just yell about the problem, but help come up with solutions.
I'm going to tell you, I still got my oil field business, and I've got about 60 guys working for me, and I tell them, if you're going to come in here and hang a monkey in my office, you're going to walk out with 2 monkeys. So if you have a problem, come in, offer me a solution. You're the one that knows the problem. You probably have the best remedy for that issue. Give me some ideas and some help here.
Okay, and I'm sure that silence will be on the line.
It will be on the line. There's a person last night asked, was I going to answer everybody's questions today? And so when I asked her, what's your question? Crickets. And that's how these folks are. If you're sincere, then communicate sincerely back. And don't just sit here and dump a whole bunch. Since this has started, I've dealt with Loop 250 running into 1130, potholes over here. I've dealt with, all of a sudden everybody's heaping on. Hey, folks, come on, man. Let's concentrate on what's at issue here, and let's try to solve an issue. And I'm working hard to do that. I guarantee you we're all working in one direction, trying to make something good come out of this.
We had a woman the other day got very, very upset when Adrian Carrasco was on. Now, for those who don't know, Adrian's on the Board of Trustees at Midland College. So this woman called up, wanted to talk about water in East County. That's something that he does not do. So so we truncated, we cut short that phone call with her because she wanted to talk to Adrian about water.
Yeah, people just get off. There needs to be a public comment section. That's where those come from. But no, people need to stay on topic. And this deal has opened up all kinds of issues, and a lot of the issues that were opened up, we're already dealing with. Again, I'm going to go back to, we do a lot of work. It's not behind the scenes or under the table. We just do our work, and then you see the results. You will see the results of this because we're doing the work.
And I just have to say, how dare anybody to say that you're taking $4 million. That's a lot of money, $4 million under the table.
Yeah. I had one lady that accused me of taking a lot of money and doing this and doing that and sticking stuff in my pocket, and so I blocked her. That is my personal Facebook page. I can block whoever I want. You're not invited to come on and talk crap to me and think you're going to sit there and get away with it. It's not going to happen. I didn't invite you to come on and cuss me, and I didn't invite you to come on and accuse me of stuff that's illegal. You can just go away and talk to the wall.
All right, Judge, the bottom line now with MCUD, or the bottom line, water in that area, Greenwood, Vander Ranch, and everything, what's our bottom line?
The bottom line is we'll continue with MCUD to see what their options are, continue listening to MCUD. They're working hard to find out what their options are. The county's there to do whatever we can do to facilitate and help what they need and what they need to do. And then we'll continue on forward. I mean, that's the best I can offer.
All right, Judge, with that, we will let it go. And thanks for coming in.
You bet. Thank you for hearing me out.
Well, yes, absolutely. Thank you for your candor.
Well, that's the only way I know how to be. I'm not a very good politician. I don't talk to make you feel good. I tell you the truth.
Thank you, Judge. We appreciate you.